Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you how to use the bindings using widgets and all that stuff and whatever you can do with bindings. So first, before I start this video, I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to my channel and is watching it right now. I love you guys and I hope our community is going to grow as much as it can. Okay, so let's start. As you can see in the top left corner, you can see a little bit of text. But now, if I press a button, let's say E, the text is going to change. So you see, at 1.8 we are adding 0.1, and at 16 we are adding 1, that means 17. If I press right shift, the color of 17 is going to change from blue to red, and if I press enter, the text is going to become visible or hidden, and it's going to change the text that is written down. Okay, so basically what you need to do for this is a bunch of variables that you can show through bindings. So if I open up my widget right here, which is called bindings tutorial, you can see here that we have background blur. This is not going to affect anything with the bindings. I just wanted to do that for the aesthetics. Okay, so here we have the first text. You don't need to rename it. You just go to text, to content, text, and and here create the binding. But I have already one, so let me show you how it is done. Here you need to cast your character, get a player character, and get a variable. So mine is, if I can find it, it's like this. And here we have the text, which is cast. Okay, you see, text here, and the value is binding 1. So if I play this, you see, top left corner, binding 1, the first text. Okay, so this is not pretty complicated, it's pretty easy to do, but I have seen a lot of people having trouble with this, so I said let's explain this for you guys. Okay, then we have the second text right here. Again, another bind. Go create binding and let's see what this does. So this is a little bit more complicated, but it's still the same thing. But we are not going to use a text right now, we are going to use a float. If I go back to the text, see, this is a text which goes right perfect in this return value, but this one is a float which needs to be converted to a text. So that's why we have 1.383, because I've set its value to be 1.3835 and it's not showing. I don't know why, but it's not showing. Anyway, it's just an example. I don't think you'll need this many decimals. Then I've set here if I press a key, this is traces, which I have used in a tutorial, but it's binded to E, so if I can find it here, I'll change that now, but it's going to be pretty hard to find. So yeah, this is just if you're going to press E, then our integer and our float is going to have +1. So the integers comes into the third text right here. So again, go create binding, and here you'll see that again, cast to the character, get the integer, and the engine is going to convert the integer into a text. So now if I press E, you see E is going to add a little bit to the float and a little bit to the integer. Then if I press right shift, you see the color is going to change the integer. You can do this with everything, with every text, but I don't want that many examples. So if I go to my text right here, go to appearance, color and opacity, and here create a binding, and let's see what is written down here. So for this one you need to use booleans. You can use other things as well, but I think for simple demonstrations, booleans are the best. So here we cast to our character again, and we get a boolean. Mine is set to none, to false, and then we need to do a branch. So if our boolean is false, then the game or the project or whatever you have is going to automatically set the color of the text to red or whatever you want to use. But actually, if it's true, not false. But if it is true, or if it is false, then it's going to set the color to green, which is mine. So basically, this is a true and false check. So if this is true, that this is going to be red. If it's false, then it's going to be green. So then you can see if I press enter, there are two more bindings that are happening. One is the visibility of the text, and the second is changing the number from this is binding and the number. So let me show you how to do that as well. We need to go back to our first text, and no, actually what I've done, I went in the character, and every time I press enter, I'm going to use a flip-flop, which is basically the first time I press the button is going to be A, the second time is going to be B, and then it's going to reset, and the third time is going to be again A, and then B, A, and B. You got it. Okay, then I've set the text to be from binding 1 to this is binding 1, and from binding 1 to this is binding 2 the second time that we press enter. And here, because I was too lazy to set another key, I've set another boolean, which is going to control the visibility of the last text block, which is the fourth. Okay, so let me show you the binding here as well. So if you go down to behavior, and you can do an is enable behavior as well, but that's not really going to help. Then we go to visible and create a binding, and from here what you need to do is to use the boolean just as we used to the integer. So here, if I get to see this, you see here is the same thing. If it's true, then it is going to be visible, but if it's false, it is going to be invisible. So this is pretty much how it goes, not too complicated. So basically what the bindings do is casting to something, so they get the information from your computer. Okay, so the game reads the information that is stocked into your computer, then it gets it to the game, and the game leads the information to the widget. So yeah, it's not complicated. I think there are other bindings as well here. So let me see. Yeah, here you see with the tooltip widget, and there are other things as well, and probably there are other bindings that are not applied to text and to other things from the palette. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much all for this tutorial. A pretty simple one, I know, maybe it's short as well, I don't really know how, but thanks for watching. And before I end this video, I want to remember you that I have a Twitter where I post new stuff every day, or at least I try. So yeah, until next time, goodbye.